Welcome to Pentanet Stadium for the final day of the 2022 Boys and Girls Under-15 National Tournament. We're here today to kick off the broadcast schedule with the fifth place playoff between the Western Metro from Victoria and the Stingrays from South Australia. Both of these sides finishing fifth and sixth throughout pool play, and they'll be doing battle now for pride, really, and to see who could snag fifth in the final schedule. My name's Tim Kennedy. I'll be here with you today to bring you 4 games today. We got this fifth place game now, and then we're going to move on to the third place girls game before we reach the boys final and the girls final later this afternoon. But for this big one, I welcome the great man himself, West Australian Senior State Coach, Frenchie, back in the box today, mate. Thank you, Frenchie. Good to see you again, buddy.
Yeah, mate, managed to wrangle some time off work. The boys are probably working a little bit harder than I need to be today, and I'm grateful for all my fellas that work for me, covering the extra yards. But yeah, managed to get down here for what should be a good day of lacrosse here. Yeah,
look, you're right. It's going to be another cracking day today. The sun is out. Again, we're expecting a high of about 22. Of course, we are up here at Pentanet Stadium, the home of the West Perth Football Club, a magnificent venue. It's held up beautifully this week, and the ground, we've been really blessed, haven't we, this week? Been a really fantastic weather. The ground still looks a treat. It's copped a pounding this week, but it looks good.
Yeah, it's really held up well. I mean, it's probably a bonus these kids weigh, you know, a quarter of what us seniors would weigh running around on this ground all week.
We would chop it up.
You know, it'd really get, let's say, aerated with all the big boys running around on the field. And no, they've done a great job. The ground's in magnificent shape. You know, it's baking under the sun. Like, we're sitting in this commentary box up here, and it's you can feel the heat coming off it already. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I'm sure they're acclimatised now, but it's never easy getting in the heat and running hard this early in the day.
Absolutely. No, look, it's going to be another cracking day today here. And look, by way of explanation, we received the schedule, as we get closer to the tournament and as we sort of start to figure out what our broadcasting capabilities are. Naturally, a normal fixture would have the third and fourth place boys game a little bit later in the day. That is being run at the same time as our finals over on ground number 2. So, unfortunately, that's why we're bringing you the earlier game. Just an extra game, this one, from an ALN perspective. We're here, we're available. We've taken the time off work. So that is why we're here today to take you of the fifth place game. So hopefully those in South Australia and Victoria will enjoy that, and we'll bring you some score updates as the day goes on. As we are in the middle here now, first draw, and we are underway here in the fifth place game. It's the Stingrays and the Metro.
Yeah, great ground ball by the long pole there off the wing.
Yeah, Parrish, he's been impressive. He's had a really good week for the Stingrays. He's from another Brighton bomber from the lacrosse factory out there in Brighton. They spit out a lot of offensive guys over the years, you know, the old defender as well. You know, I hear a lot from Bogger and all those guys. You know,
don't forget us. That's what they say.
That's right. He says that Brighton brings out defenders as well, but we're really known for their offensive players. But Zach Parrish has had a really good week for them.
Yeah, he's been fantastic.
Big shout out to wherever you are. You are watching the Australian Lacrosse Network. Big hello to all of you there. Lewis Larwood, looking over there in the USA. Hello, Stace Smith. Mitchell White kicking in as well, saying g'day. He's got a big game this afternoon.
Yeah, he does have a big game this afternoon.
Of course, the Braves and the Thunder coming at you later today. All West Australian final. It is a Tuesday here for the final, which is a little bit different, but it's only because of the conflicting school holiday dates. This was just the only way we could make this happen. As the under-15s take the field for the first time in 3 years.
Some nice little matchups here on the field already, you know.
Yeah, the Metro, both these sides played the Phantoms yesterday, looking to try and see if they could squeeze their way into the third place game. The Stingrays went down to the Phantoms, their stablemates from South Australia, 8-4. The Metro lost a heartbreaker later in the day, lost in sudden victory to the Phantoms, 8-7. That was a cracking game over there in field 2. You could certainly hear that crowd getting into it. Number of travelling fans, a few Victorians we've seen around. They're making their presence known as
big outside shot.
Rips the outside shot there. Nice early save.
Princely's easy save. Is that Princely in the cage
Ryland
starting today?
Ryland Princely starting. He had a really good second half last week.
Yeah.
These two sides did meet earlier in the week. On day one, the Stingrays caused a bit of an upset. The Metro obviously came into this the token defending champions. 3 years, obviously a completely different team. Metro's traditionally a powerhouse at this particular age bracket. as the ball just zings over to the side there. And that's been one point we've been talking about all week, Frenchie, has been the speed of the ground. It's pretty unforgiving, isn't it, in the sense that, you know, if you miss that ball, it's going to scoot out. And I can imagine this is almost certainly something different for these two sides, from South Australia and Victoria.
Yeah, like, I mean, it is. It's that hard, bouncy, you know, almost concrete-ish ground where, you know, as we see, the Stingrays just go offside there. Nobody working back for the D-man to get the clear. Yeah, once it hits the deck, it's rolling and it's running, and, you know, a lot of the balls, you get topspin on it, it's just going to take off and get away from you.
As the Metro now, we start to get a really good look at the Metro offense here for the first time today. Kicks the ball across the inside. That's a nice feed, and that's always a feature of the Western Metros teams. Obviously, the Stingrays are a blend of players from a number of clubs, whereas the Western Metro are from the hotbed that is the Western suburbs.
As we see Parrish just clearing it himself, you know, great hands there, real soft hands. He's found Willow Lim on the crease.
Oh, kicks it on the inside.
That's
Princely.
a great save by Princely there.
Stepped out, made a terrific save there.
We have a penalty on the play. I think it was a hold they just called.
Just wait and see. Just a look on my delayed screen here. No, slash for a minute, so they're going to take a seat. Can't see who they've sent there. We'll get that number for you shortly.
So an early look at a man-up opportunity for the Stingrays here. And they've been, you know, pretty good with their ball movement, the Stingrays. You know, it's a thing for South Australians. They like to move the ball, have their little set plays, look to that crease or look for the motion off the ball movement. See how they got that little wheel going already.
Oh, Princely all over
Good
the
look
show.
inside, but Princely's covered that well.
That's his third save already. He's had plenty of work to do here today so far already. Ryland Princely from Williamstown. No doubt a protege of the great Evan Willis, the great Wombat. So we've got what do you call a baby wombat? Something for you to ponder, mate.
Maybe a
pup or something like that. Pup or a calf or something like that. If you,
you got before that, you've got Scooter Garnsworthy there too, and he's back playing in
I saw that.
Division. I don't know what they call it, Division 2.
And of course, Lockie Hodge, who's just come back from Limerick as well. So a few goalkeepers out there in Williamstown and Prinsloo, and the next line of those coming through. And obviously, this particular age bracket is an interesting one to watch. There'll be a few underage players here and some studs that we've seen that would probably fall into the mix for 2025, the next Under-20 World Championship. So first time we get to see that. And, you know, I say that having covered the 15s, you know, 5 years ago and getting to know a lot of the players at their first Under-15 tournament and then having the privilege to travel with them to Limerick, it really was, you know, it really starts here today. This is the first time you'll see a lot of these kids' names, and you'll hear it a lot more over the next 5 years.
You know, as the development progresses, you know, like you'll have some of these kids that might even be the top end of the 15s. Great save there by Philippa.
Yeah, Philippa all over that. Another one, another popular name. We were saying the other day, weird seeing a Philippa at that end of the field.
Yeah, that's right. As Victorian boys just, I think that's, who's that on the ball there?
Yeah, they are just hunting that. Then that's Parrish again.
Yeah,
Turns
Parrish
on the Jets.
He's having an outstanding start to this game. You know,
steps on the inside, tries to throw the swim. If he can pull it off, it's worth doing. As we see, just leg there slightly, but no, play it on there.
Thought about it.
Yeah, Ryken had a good look at that one, head referee today. Yep. From Queensland.
Very
great
good
to see. She's had a terrific week. And big shout out to all of our officials out there this week. They've done a spectacular job.
I think Lua's been there. Oh, great knockdown there by, who's that?
Yeah.
Is that Chase Summerton?
Yeah,
I think?
got a piece of that one there. No, I think that one was Valentic.
Oh, Valentic.
The ball just bounces through. They're going to get the ball back here. So they're a little bit disjointed early in this one, aren't they?
Yeah,
the offences.
The defences are both standing tall. You've got, you know, Philippa's made one good save on really the only shot he's really had to face. Parrish has done a heap of work off the wing and through the midfield as that LSM. And Princely is really standing up to be counted right now.
As you see just over on ground number 2 there, we've got the 7th place playoff in the girls division. We've got the Storm from South Australia taking on Auckland. That appears to be a tied game from what I can see over there. We are a bit of a distance back, so a bit of a guesstimation on the scoreboard that we can see, but I think I'm seeing 5 all, or maybe even 6-5 to the Storm. As he rips that shot there, Willow Lim.
Another big save by Princely.
Princely, that's his 4th save of the game
already.
already.
Out the back here, and he's hit him on that. That's a great outlet there.
Oh, and not a good take too.
Me.
Yeah, good take too. Me looking like he's got an opportunity here.
Defense have collapsed well though. They've just broken that up.
Yeah, they didn't have that man advantage, did they?
No.
They had it nice and level there, which was good.
Ball with Flynn Crawford now.
coaches here today for the Western Metro, Lachlan McDonald, and for the Stingrays, Shane Webber. Some handy players in their own
Stingrays are
right.
probably going to, you know, the knowledge for the American boys that are coaching the Stingrays bring. You know, they've been over there all year. They played in the senior tournament, as we see an over and back rule.
It's going to be an over and back there.
And they were both really good players at the senior tournament this year for South Australia. Garrett Briggs, you know, was dominating the face-offs, and Shane Webber was just he was always a threat with that pole, bit of a hoover on the ground ball. So he's going to, you know, bring a different point of view to the kids playing for the Stingrays. You know, like it's always nice to have someone else's voice in the ear. The kids seem to listen a little bit when it's not an Aussie coach telling them what to
they
do.
do. The eyes light up. Oh, Prinsloo all over it again. He's having a belter of a start here.
It's a good little give and go, but Prinslow's just eating up everything at the moment.
Yeah, it's also probably shot selection, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
They seem to be taking the shots out from a little bit far, and they're sort of bringing Prinsloo into the game here a little bit.
Yeah.
As the bit of a turnover here, the Stingrays are going to be having an opportunity.
Probably the right option to look for, but just the pass just wasn't on.
Bit of a call out here to any of those who are at the ground, who are at the ground, who might be listening today. Quick competition here for those who are at the ground. If you can come up to the ALN office and tell us where the Women's World Championship was held this year, or where the Men's Senior World Championship is going to be held next year. Might have a couple of old ALN hats running around here for you. So just come up to the ALN office and knock on the door, answer one of those 2 quiz questions, and we'll have ourselves a hat for you.
Oh, Henry McGee's running here.
Oh, look.
He's made the look to Mannix, just couldn't handle it.
Mannix has been one that's grown into the week this week. Josh Mannix, also from Williamstown. He's bagged a couple here the other day in our coverage game, and he had a couple yesterday. Snagged MVP honours in their loss to the Phantoms. He managed to hit the scoreboard again a couple of times and did a really good job.
Yeah, just a really solid player, good finisher. As we see, Philippa again finding his man, but just dropping it short, hard bounce. It's not easy to, like we were saying, to pick. Like, it's easy to get the ball off the ground if you're staying low, but it's one of them.
Oh, look at that feed on the inside.
Yeah.
Nice control there, though. Henry McGee on the inside to Archer Flaherty.
Yeah, Flaherty just thinking, you know what, I probably don't have the shot here. I've been closed down. I'm not going to get it away. And he just pulls it out and controls the ball again. I've got a little give and go here. Oh,
Rips on the inside there. Can't quite corral that. That's Jai McGee. Yeah, from Altona. The Altona Viking. Big shout out to all of you over there, over in the western suburbs. Big hello to Craig Hollenbury there. Says, good morning, Craig, of course. Thank you for your support of this tournament. Craig Hollenbury from CH Signs and Print, one of our event sponsors. Make sure you jump on Facebook, follow his work. Did some work for me at my office.
Yeah, Craig does a great job.
As the ball just bounces around here at the moment, hotly in dispute as the teams continue to vie for the ball and fight for it here. It's anybody's guess at the moment. This is always a bit of a chook raffle, this one, to see who's going to come up. This is one where as officials you go, you know what, I'm just going to pluck one out of my backside here and get the ball in a stick. Because someone's about to do something very stupid.
Yeah. Usually me.
Yeah, usually you. That's a purely player safety move. You were quite well behaved this year. Only a couple of issues with you this year, which was always nice.
Yeah. So we won't get into it too much.
No. As your legal advisor, just no comment. Don't answer my questions. McGee kicks the ball. Oh,
great shot.
Mannix.
There's Mannix again.
Mannix rips that shot there. He's got himself some space there. Put the ball on the deck.
That was Jai McGee to Henry McGee to Mannix.
That was a tremendous finish there. As you can see, just pushing the ball. Sells a bit of candy, kicks it through to McGee.
Yeah, great little bounce shot on that off pipe.
Yeah, needed. They pushed out a little bit here, didn't they? The Stingrays probably caught themselves a little bit out there defensively. They just came off that bottom. They didn't commit to the bottom corner. We sort of had, obviously, the number 2 slide coming across got stuck on the crease. The number 1 went, but then tried to pull back. And Mannix has been dangerous on that corner there. Certainly something for the Stingrays to keep in mind. You don't want to leave him there.
Penalty on as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as we see, they're just taking a seat, taking a compulsory drinks break momentarily.
No, I'll look for Lua to try and get this ball early and push real hard. He's been excellent off the midfield this week.
Their ball just on the deck there, fighting for it. The ball hits the deck there.
Parrish done another great job in the face-off there.
Doing an awesome job there with the long pole. Steps through 2 would-be defenders there. They managed to get the ball.
Drops the ball, but he picks it up again himself.
Goes the old back. Still can't quite get it over to where he needs to. He's drawn players here. He's in a bit of trouble.
He's got a good set of hands on him, this boy.
No, he's done well with a long pole. He's handling it pretty well, isn't it?
Yeah, doesn't want his left.
And there's a bit of a nudge there. Gotten away with it. Gotten away with one there. Mannix as the ball just hits the deck as they continue to fight for it on the far side. A Long pole's doing a heap of work over there,
Yeah.
and that is quarter time here in the 5th place playoff between the Stingrays from South Australia and the Western Metro from Victoria. It's another tight contest here, another low-scoring affair as we've probably come to expect from these two teams, as the Metro lead this one by a score of 1-0. Goal scorer for the first quarter, only the one goal. That's Josh Mannix with Henry McGee with the assist to give the Metro a 1-0 lead. Before we just recap the first quarter, just a quick shout out again to all of our tournament sponsors for this week. The massive event, always the biggest event on the calendar. And big congratulations to the Wembley Lacrosse Club. Jump on their Facebook page. There's a few silent auctions going on over there. 3 a.m. web and IT, all your web and IT needs throughout South Australia and around Australia. Pentanet Stadium, beautiful venue up here, up in the city of Joondalup, at one of our event partners also. About 30 kilometres north of Perth, for those who aren't familiar with Western Australia. lacrossegear.com.au, your biggest online retailer of lacrosse gear. And they've got a stall down here, so if you're at the ground, pop in and say hello. Across Australia, our event host, CH Signs and Print. As we were talking, Craig Hollenbury there. Get in behind him and support him. And Frenchie, look, I wouldn't say it was a sloppy first quarter. The side's sort of growing into it a little bit, as we talked about. It's an unforgiving ground, so it really does punish, a lack of stick skills.
Yeah, it does. Both defences have stood tall. I think the offences on both have been a little bit disjointed. I mean, the Stingrays have probably had more looks as such, but the Metros just had an easier finish, I suppose, with the disjointed, like the slide package of the Stingrays there, getting caught up field. And Mannix just been open on that backside, just putting one away. And he's finished well all week when he's had time and space. So it was expected that he put that in.
Look, and I think worth noting as well, Ryland Princely, the Stingrays getting opportunities, probably not getting the shots they want from where they want. But Princely coming up big, though, you still got to stop him. And he's come through that first quarter with a whopping 5 saves already.
Yeah, that's right.
And Philippa at the other end, Mannix beat him on that one, but Philippa made a big stop as well. Hasn't had to do the volume of work that Princely has, but it's 1-0. Still very much alive, this game, as we are back in the middle.
As we see Parrish again, and his sticks held up there. So
that's a really good, that's a really challenging one. That's a really, really good call. I had one of those earlier in the year with Subiaco. Shout out to Aaron Saltz of the Sook. He clipped it in the back of his stick with John Brocklebank from East Fremantle, and they looked at me and, what do you do there? There's nothing you can do there. Yeah. Chuck him back down for another draw. Salty claims he had it in the back of his stick, but I reckon it was stuck. So
yeah, well, that's the thing. He's probably lucky they didn't. He didn't have to pop it.
No, that's exactly right. That's exactly what I said to him. The future lawyer didn't exactly agree. That's all right. Hello, Salty, if you are watching. As the ball zings across the front here. Big opportunity from the Metro. Zing it across the front. Oh, that's a good take.
Yeah, it's good hands there.
Excellent defense from the Stingrays there.
Yeah, just trying to clear it out as they go.
Yeah, puts it out into a little bit of space.
Good job there, Papagiannis.
Yeah, we are off to the races there.
He's got Mackenzie Smith through the middle here, the man open on the left corner.
That is excellent work from Papagiannis there. Forced the turnover, continued to persevere. The West Torrens Eagle.
I've noticed that I don't think the Stingrays have a true left-hander.
No, they like to dodge from X. Willow Lim, obviously, a big bollocking. We watched him take on Owen All Up from the cross the other day, a couple of days ago, and that was a really exciting contest.
And he's been matched up by another decent-sized boy in Lockie Wright.
Lockie Wright moved over to him.
I think Ollie Russell had him in the first quarter.
But you see, Lim likes to dodge from X and on the crease at the moment. But I would certainly be, encouraging him to continue to dodge from X
because they get a little backdoor cut here and a shot. Good finish.
Oh, what a finish!
Mackenzie Wright, I think. Mackenzie Smith.
Leo Mackenzie Smith there with the goal. Opening the account for the Stingrays here early in the second quarter there as they just pass the ball around on the outside. That's a broken slide, as you can see on that far side.
Yep.
Nice little two-man play over there. Drew the slide. The 2 didn't come over.
Nah, I think they just both got caught on ball and that was it.
That's Christian Valentek, number 10 with the assist. Leo Mackenzie Smith with the goal.
And it's just smart lacrosse, looking for that two-man game, trying to get the jump. I mean, if it's not there, you're just cycling the ball again and working it somewhere else.
As we're back in the middle here. 9.5 minutes down here in the second quarter.
good flick out there, and he's just missed it. Was Parrish again?
No, he's entitled to one. He's been very,
He's been very good so far.
Very good so far for the Stingrays as the ball.
Metros have got a 3-on-2 on this side.
Just bring you an update from over on ground number 2. Can't quite make out the score over there, but it looks really tight between the Storm and the Blues, which is probably not what you want to hear, but we'll see if we can get the score. Rips that shot wide. That's a powerful shot from
good
Lua.
pace on that off the dodge. Good coverage there from Philippa. He had that one covered, but
as the ball makes its way all the way down to the far goal post. Not sending him over to get it today, which is good. That's nice from the officials. We've chuckled the last couple of days. Sent them all the way down to the goals to go away and get the ball. Because it's not hot enough. As they kick the ball across the top. Oh, nice slippery step there. Goes and rips that one low.
Lua dropping his stick low and trying to shoot it low. A little bit of a trail check on there.
But they haven't had the backup, and the Stingrays are going to get the ball here. Going to want to be careful, though, here as well, running away from the ball like that. They could leave themselves susceptible to a delay of game call there. Not there to be had, but you'd want to be careful with it.
Yeah, he's,
perfectly fine on this occasion, but you are dicing with it when you run away and some bloke from 50 metres has to go and get it.
That's right. Running back in field as well. They're putting themselves under a bit of pressure here.
Turning on the Jets there, just clearing the ball out. Checks the ball in there for the Stingrays.
Is that Bellinger?
Yeah, Bellinger, another Eagle.
Yeah, as we see Willow Lim, like we were saying, with the ball here now. He's
powerful shot. Bang, puts that one, goes wide.
It's a bit of heat on that, and D-Man just trying to close him down, making contact, but coming off second best.
Tries the double slide.
Willow Lim's a sizable lad.
Yeah,
as we see
doubt.
Turn the corner here. Oh.
Steps the corner. Officials letting him play here, which is good to see.
Willow Lim's come up with the ground ball there again.
Ball bounces across the front here.
Pass. Augustus Mees working hard on both ends of the field here.
Just manages to keep it in, looks inbound. Going to want to corral the ball quickly if they can. And the Metro about look like they're out there. Russell
had it out. They just...
Yeah, Russell couldn't quite grab it as the ball's now hotly in dispute. It's on the deck again. We've seen a couple of these chook raffles so far. And there is that man there. Parrish, I was about to talk him up. And he's left it behind, and Lewis says, thank you very much.
He's got a man trailing back on a trail cut there.
That's Papagiannis there. Good slide from Papagiannis there to just slow it down. As
timeout called by the Metro.
The great Shane Abbott walks out and says, take a break, kids. Just going to have a really quick chat about things.
Some water.
As it is 1-1 here in this game. This is the 5th place playoff. It's 6.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Of course, this is the first of a four-game quadruple header down here at Pentanet Stadium. We're starting with the 5th place playoff between the Western Metro and the Stingray. After this, we will be bringing you the 3rd place playoff in the girls' draw. That will take place between the Fire from Victoria and the Stars from Western Australia. Cracking for semi-final yesterday. Did you manage to catch any of the girls' semi-final?
I saw some of it, mate. I saw some of it. I think the girls have been really good all. I mean, both the boys and the girls have been really good all week. Everything's been quite competitive. You've seen even the presidents. The team that's put together. They might not have had the scores, but they've actually run games out. Worked hard.
Well, they had their leading score today. The one game that has been completed today. Well, there was 2 games. There was one game earlier today. The Lightning defeated the Presidents 18-4 to claim 9th place. There was the Northern Warriors played an all-star game.
Okay.
Which was fantastic, mate. If only for the average age of the officials that officiated it.
Yep.
Some of the coaches got out there. I think it was an average age calculated at about 78 years old. So there wasn't a lot of movement there. And I'm pleased to have confirmed that there were no heart attacks. So I'm pleased to report that all of them are still okay. So it was quite a humorous there. But so that game this morning, just an unofficial exhibition match, bit of fun there for the Northern Warriors. As we are back here in the battle for 5th, it's the Western Metro and the Stingrays. Big hello out there to Greg Mollison. Good to see you tuning in. Big fan of the ALN. Huge contributor to lacrosse in Victoria, and you are right. The Victorian box lacrosse season getting underway this week.
Greg's over here for this tournament.
Yeah, I've seen him working around. Said g'day to him earlier. Of course, always selling that. The Victorian Box Lacrosse League getting underway on the beautiful Alan Lewis Field out there in Altona. And that's a nice turnover from the Stingrays there. They're out. Parrish gets the ball, turns on the Jets. Here we go again. It's that man in transition. Good pressure from the Metro. Oh, Takes the ball off of him.
It's good pressure. Nobody really moving
Ball
for
on the
him to
deck.
find it, though.
There's a push.
I think the Stingrays are a little bit lucky to come up with that one. Metro sort of had the double on the ball and put it on the ground. They just needed to come up with the ground ball, but
They just didn't do it. And they gave away the push there. Of course, for those at home, slight difference with the under-15 rules here. No loose ball takeouts. So a modification to the normal rules that we all know and love. So ball on deck there, push there from the Metro, and as a consequence, the ball has ended up with the Stingrays. No time-serving penalty because the ball was loose.
ball's in Jack Riley McGurr's stick here. Just setting up Lachlan Wright now, who's switched over to him. Ollie Russell's gone back to that Willow Lim matchup.
Stingrays just pushing the ball. Looking to try and rip from the outside there. Prinsloo comes up with the save.
Yeah, he's been outstanding, Prinsloo. Nobody moving for him, though, so...
But that said, probably the, and again, I think I credit the Metro defence because they're just not giving up those inside shots.
No.
They're doing a really good job and they're forcing the Stingrays to... The Stingrays are getting frustrated and they're taking those inadvisable shots from the outside, which Prinsloo's just eating up. I mean, the message you'd have to be sending from the Stingrays is, look, we just need to be patient here on offence. You know, look for our draw and dump, make the Metro defence move and switch, which is where they had their success earlier. Oh, change of hands there, rips that one
Henry
left.
McGee, that's
slick.
It's not something you see a lot of.
That is slippery.
At this age, the boys changing hands, but it's good to see that he's trusting himself on his offhand to
lines
come in
it
and
up.
take the left-handed shot.
Gives it the old whoop. Changes hands, rips that one to the left.
And, I mean, there's no backup there, but it's a shot to be taken. It's one of them ones that, you're happy for your player to take. You just need your attackman to get down low and cover it.
The ball now, just Flepper with the...
That
is a touchdown. Look at that one. That is gorgeous. Finds the streaking teammate there as Mackenzie Smith kicks. He's our lone goal scorer for the Stingrays here as we are in the dying sort of the last few minutes here of the second quarter. Stingrays and the Metro tied at one apiece here. As I said earlier, they played earlier in the week for a 6-4 final. And as I was saying before, we are heading into box lacrosse season, so get out there, get on the box, get the gear out. Lacrosse is starting. It's almost never over here in Australia now, as the Sixers are starting to come online as well.
Yep.
Obviously, Olympics in 2028, so...
McGee's just trying to get his hands through. That's a good check there from Henry McGee.
He's had a pretty good game so far, hasn't he? He's doing a little bit as the ball's now loose and off he goes.
That's a great ground ball.
Strong pickup. That is a no doubt. Steps inside, gives him the whoop, changes hands again.
Finds Crawford.
Crawford with the ball. Just kicks the ball high here. Lewis, I think, one of their go-to guys, one of their creators. He's got a short stick here. He's got a nice matchup.
Yeah, he does.
He'd be looking to try and dodge from the top if he
That's a
can.
great knockdown there from Toby Virgo.
It's another one of those Brighton Bomber defenders.
Picked up by Flaherty, though.
There's the Metro just slowing things down a little bit here. We've got plenty of time on the clock, still 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
That match up high with Lua now, so they're clearing space for him to have a crack. Just dropping the shoulder. Double
Rips that shot off. Falepa says
That's
thank you very much.
Falepa.
But
Lua gets the rebound back.
No food for you, says Falepa.
Falepa covers it on that inside feed, just checks it out of his stick and takes the charge.
We saw that yesterday. I mean, we talked about it a couple of days ago as well. You really need to think about your shooting channel, particularly if you're shooting from the outside, because if it hits that deck, it is almost like AstroTurf.
Yeah, that's right.
It bounces high, so that shot from coming in through that upper channel, it tends to bounce over the goals. We saw a couple yesterday.
There too on the backside if they find it quick enough.
No,
but yeah, that's correct. Digging it in, you probably don't need to shoot it as hard, and it's going top shelf.
Because we've got a timeout now from the Stingrays. That's their first timeout of the game. One timeout apiece as the players just come in. And as I was saying earlier, we are heading into box lacrosse season. Of course, a box lacrosse world championship on the horizon, including a women's box lacrosse world championship on the horizon too, which is going to be very, very exciting. Number of people there who are going to be keen to get out there, and we'd love to start to see some more women taking up box lacrosse. There are going to be opportunities aplenty in the coming years for the opportunity to don the green and gold as we look for our first ever women's world box lacrosse championship, and of course from the men are going to be coming up relatively soon as well. But As we are back here from the timeout, the Metro's already out. The Stingrays just looking to come out. There, the Coach Webber just having a chat about it. See if they can sting one early here. We're in the, as I said, we're in the, only 2.5 minutes to go here. Every goal's going to be an important one here today. Only the 2 goals so far, 1 apiece.
It's been entertaining though, up and down. Lots of body contact.
Yeah, and then as I said before, I think the officials are letting them play, which has been really good to watch. The kids are getting after it. Obviously, the rules are a little bit different. Don't allow the kinds of body checks that we used to from senior lacrosse. But the kids are out there and they're having a dip, having a crack, which is really good to see as Valentic lines up across the top.
He's got Willow Limb high. Step and shoot.
Zings one through.
Russell wears that for his goalie.
But then gets on with it, gives him a little bit of a how you doing on the way through. As Valentic says, no, not interested in that, son. As a good switch there from the Metro. They like that match up there as
Russell.
Good aggressive defense from Russell. Still in position as Valentic takes it to the X. Kicks the ball around. I think Bellinger with the ball, looking to step the corner.
And the step down.
Oh, rips that shot there. That is a bomb from the outside. That's Jed Whitty.
That's that sidearm bouncer we were talking about before. Like the goalie's coming down to the angle of the ball and it's just kicking up off the deck and going over the top of his stick.
Incredibly hard there to try and stop, isn't it, those shots, when they rip them from those angles.
Indeed.
Steps the corner there, and that is a tremendous finish. And no doubt. But you really do. You really need to use that deck to your advantage, especially on a goalkeeper like Princely, because that's probably where they fell down a little bit earlier. They were trying to sort of ping that shot from distance, but they weren't utilising the deck as well as they perhaps should have.
Probably shooting like full shots at him, at trying to put it past him instead of using the deck to change the angle of the shot and all. They're probably shooting like low on the full or high on the full, and that makes it a bit easier for the goalie to track the movement of the ball.
Continue to fight, but just a bit of a clip there. Just ball's loose there. No, yeah, we got just a hold on the play. Accidental ankle tap there.
Yeah, so McGurr's going to come up with the ball here.
McGurr was big the other day for them. Haven't seen much of him here so far in this one, but you figure he would be relatively prominent.
Yeah, as the game goes on, like the key players are probably going to grow into it a bit more. And he's marked up by Blake Radford, who's had an excellent tournament as well.
Centre corner, steps on the inside. Oh, nice save from Princely there, coming out and closing down that angle as the ball spills out. Well taken by the
Willow
Stingrays.
Lim going to step down.
Oh, here we go. That's big boy lacrosse. Bing, ding, ding. Puts that one off the pipe. That boy lifts, Frenchie. That boy lifts.
Mate,
that rocks the cage. Absolutely
a lot of
rocked
power
it.
coming from that
Jack
shot.
Pipes are going to need counselling after this one.
That looks like quarter.
And that looks like it's half-time here at Pentanet Stadium. The Stingrays leading the Western Metro 2-1 here in the battle for 5th spot. We just quickly summarise the goal scorers for that second half. No goals that quarter for the Western Metro. But for the Stingrays, 1 goal to Leo Smith, 1 goal to Jed Whitty, and an assist to Christian Valentek. That's half-time here. It's been an entertaining game so far as the sides go away and just take a break. We're going to do the same thing here at Pentanet Stadium. We'll be back with the second half in just a few minutes. You're watching the Australian Lacrosse Network. Welcome back to Pentanet Stadium here for the second half of today's big matchup in the fifth place playoff between the Stingrays from South Australia and the Western Metros from Victoria. Big hello to you wherever you are here, whether you're at the ground here in the beautiful home of the West Perth Football Club here in Perth, Western Australia, whether you are tuning in from Victoria or South Australia today, or hello to our friends as well from across the ditch if you're tuning in as well, or for wherever you are around the world. My name is Tim Kennedy and I'm joined when special comments by the great man, Frenchie. Frenchie, big second half here. It's been low scoring so far. Offensively, I think, do you reckon there'll be a bit of focus on what their offensive sets and what they need to be doing better?
Yeah, I think as we've seen it, the Stingrays are getting their hands free a lot, just drawing and dumping, finding the open man out of a two-man game, out of a initial dodge. Metro got Prinsloo to thank for a fair few saves in that quarter. The defences are both playing well. It just one-on-one. They just need I think the Metro probably need to lock down a bit as a unit. The Stingrays just need to finish a bit better. As we see, is that Archer? No.
Mannix on that bottom corner again. Oh, what a great save from Philippa there. Mannix, he's a nuisance on that bottom corner for defences, isn't he?
He's pretty sneaky. He gets his hands free and he finds the right channels to receive the pass and get his shot off. Doesn't look like he travels much away from that offensive end of the field, which is a good attackman's strategy.
Well, that's right.
That's how you get the points.
Well, that's how you get your name on a graphic. So
yeah, that's right.
but he has had a really good week for them. Certainly a name to remember. But really impressive there. The Stingrays obviously learning from their earlier misstep with closing down that angle, and a great save from Philippa there.
Well, Summerton's found Lim inside, and that's a great little finish. Summerton just rolling out got his little roll dodge going there, and found Lim with nobody on him inside. Quick finish by Lim.
Yeah, just dancing on the bottom corner there. Looked on the inside. Lim found just a couple of steps.
And he's probably had a fair few shots. He probably had 4 or 5 shots, Lim, I think. Nearly broke the post. He's hit the defender. Hit the goalie, and that one just took a little bit off it and placed it low and got underneath Prinsloo.
That's a really nice finish there as Willow Lim. That's his first goal of the game. And the Stingrays extend their lead to 3-1 here. 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Just what the doctor ordered, Frenchie.
Yeah, bringing the game back together, and we see Parrish in the middle again, and he's flicked it out but not been able to pick it up. As you see, Lua just ground ball it and step around Willow Lim. Lua's been great carrying the ball and been a bit of a general for this offense and this Western Metro team. Blake Radford here too with the ball. Finds Augustus Mee, and then down to Mannix, who's setting up left-handed, probably going to try and rock back and roll on his right.
They're just struggling a little bit with penetration. I mean, the Western Metro are traditionally a side that moves the ball really well. As Mannix comes back to his preferred corner.
Yeah, that's really good defence there. Is that Banjak?
Banjak from Woodville. Woodville Warrior there, stepping out, doing a really good job on defence there.
Radford's got his hands free here.
That's Philippa.
Good kick save, I think, there from Philippa.
Yeah, Philippa stepping out there, doing a really nice job there. He's been tested early in this one, and he's come up trumps both times.
Yeah, for sure.
Turning away a couple of forays forward.
Ball here with Flynn Crawford. And Mannix seems to be the main man here. He looks like he's going to initiate here up top. He's rolling back on his left. Great save by Philippa there.
Philippa again, denying this Metro offence. And that's our man there, Parrish out on the open. He's had the case of the jitters since we talked him up, hasn't he?
We put the mockers on him, mate. Kid's doing everything he needs to do except handle the ball at the moment. And he's playing good defence, attacking the ground balls well. He's facing off well. Yeah. Maybe overthinking a little bit. You see Flynn Crawford just drop his stick. Ooh.
As we just look over on ground number 2 there, the Auckland Blues taking on the Storm, and the Blues appear to be leading that one by a score of 11-8.
That's an interesting non-call there, Timmy. Having his stick knocked out of his hand, picking it up and playing on.
Yeah, no, just trying to have a look at my replay screen here.
Another great save coverage there by Philippa. Mannix starting to get his hands free a little bit, which is a bit of a worry for the Stingrays, but
Yeah, no, that one was an interesting one because the ball hit the deck and the stick came to rest with the ball in it.
Yes.
That's withholding the ball. So just got away with one there, but you could forgive the official there because the ball, was only a split-second play, that one. So those ones usually pop up where, the ball is literally
You see the backdoor cut and another great save by
That's his fourth save of this quarter. Metro starting to enjoy some success offensively. They're getting some good looks.
Yeah.
Bit of a fight there on the wing there. Parrish loses the ball. It's Papagiannis there pushing and fighting there for the Stingrays ball.
Yeah.
Again, another chook raffle ball in the air, hotly contested. Philippa says, I'll take that, son.
He's got a man out the back.
He's got three out the back here. If they can get it quick, Parrish turns the Jets on. They've still got a 6 on 3.
He's going to shoot this.
Kicks and draws, unselfish.
Oh, look at that movement. Great ball movement. Just the final pass, just not there.
I think that's Valentic on the bottom corner there. Just missed Willow Lim. They obviously hooked up a little bit earlier on this one. That's Valentic with 2 assists already in this game.
Yep.
As we just Metro probably let out on a reprieve there. They had out, didn't they? They had their 3
they
guys.
did.
They had a 6 on 3 if they could kick it over there.
And young Bradford, he's done a ton of work this week clearing the ball. He likes a bit of body contact. We saw him was it Sunday with his big bull dodge down the field? But he's just thrown that one away, looking for Augustus Mee on that bottom corner. So the game has been really fast-paced. It's been real up and down here. They haven't really had, it's not that they haven't had the opportunity. They've just not really settled as a controlling offense at either side. They've been pushing their transition and trying to get quick goals, and it's not a bad thing. It's good to watch.
Oh, look at that. Turns the legs on there. That's Bellinger. Throws it across the top.
Look at the back close.
Oh, good backup there from the Stingrays. They'll maintain possession of the ball here. Looking to try and press, looking to drive home that advantage. 4-1 looks a lot better than 3-1. Steps the corner, and Prinsloo says, no doubter, get out of here, son.
But he's got no help here. Lua's dropped back to him here, so it'll be interesting. Lua will probably get the ball off Prinsloo.
Played that corner big, didn't he? Made himself out imposing, stepped the corner, just closed the angle, which was really good goalkeeping.
They got Bradford out the back here. Oh, the pass just wasn't on.
Good pick up there.
This is the thing. There's been a lot of opportunities, as we see there again. The ball just being thrown away, but that pass to create the opportunity to break downfield is just not happening. They're sort of just trying to force it a little bit instead of settling down, finding the open man, and then carrying through the ride or the pressure.
As we're in the last quarter over on ground number 2, for those in South Australia interested, the Auckland leading that one over there by a score of 11-9. It is 11-9, Auckland leading the Storm from South Australia. Earlier today, the Lightning defeated the Presidents by a score of 18-4 to claim 9th spot. So that's the 7th place playoffs over on ground number 2. And over on this ground here, we have the 5th place playoff between the Metro and the Stingrays. This one's a bonus game for all of you out there at home wondering why we're not covering the 3rd versus 4th game. We'd only initially budgeted or planned to be able to cover the finals, but opportunity presented itself to cover the 3rd place game and the 5th place game just in terms of scheduling. So the 3rd place game will be going on ground number 2 shortly at the same time as the earlier 3rd place game between the girls. So the girls getting the nod today from a broadcast perspective. So a bit of bonus lacrosse there for all of you over there in Victoria and South Australia. So give us a shout out wherever you are. Say g'day. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know if you're at work today. Bonus points if you're at work, watching it on the iPhone with the boss isn't looking.
Not while you're driving the truck, boys.
Preferably not while you're driving. Preferably not while you're operating any heavy machinery or a motor vehicle. That does help if we can avoid that if we can. And of course, if you are at the ground today and you're looking to pick up some merch, we've got a bag full of merch up here. Get up here and tell us where the Women's World Championship was held this year, where the Men's World Championship's going to be held next year. This is not a drill. We have some merch and some giveaways up here in the ALN office, so stick your head through. We've had one winner already who's come up and grabbed a hat.
Come say g'day to the boys.
Absolutely, as we kick it through here. It's a sunny day here in Perth.
Oh, good trail check.
Yeah, just all over that.
Mee just stopped his feet moving. If he'd have kept moving his feet, he probably would have got out of that one.
Just trying to see who that was. The numbers read really big, and we've got a 69 and a 96, both from the Eagles, Oliver Bellinger or Cooper Hoppo. All we see is just a big block of orange.
Not related to Hoppo from Bayswater. Basic crew will get that.
No, that's fantastic. Big hello out there to Sean Aaron. Good to see you tuning in, buddy. I know you're probably at work and know you can't have a hat.
We know he's not at, well, he might be at work.
Oh, no doubt pretending to work.
Yeah.
That's what we want to see here today. It's under
Working
15
hard,
lacrosse.
hardly working.
Well, that's right. Just, you know, why would you want to work when it's you got Australian lacrosse here, as we see as Parrish we showed on the screen earlier. He's had a monster of a game here as Prinsloo takes it out there.
No rush, Prinsloo. And he's got Dabner running through the middle here. Parrish is trying to get a read on him. Dabner's just stepping this way and that. Just controls it, pulls it back out, takes charge. Finds McGee on that side. Ball's in Mannix again.
Mannix at the ball there.
Look at this. He's got space inside.
There's no slide obvious as they do.
They triple him.
Yeah, they dropped down from the top, didn't they? We might have an injury here. Looks like McGur's hurt himself.
Yep. Just an ankle, I think.
But he's back up, though.
He's stepping inside.
Rather fortuitously, the Metro were subbing, so McGur's not moving well here, but he hasn't gone down either, so he's still in the play.
I think if Bradford gets this, he's going to have a bit of a dip at it, but looks like it's just another poor pass, just running out of bounds. Again,
that doesn't probably run on 99% of the lacrosse fields around Australia, but on this particular ground here, it's going to take off on you.
Yeah, no water tankers available this week, so it's not
Bradford
been wet.
Probably a little bit lucky there. He was a little bit close on the restart. Of course, you've got to find your 5 yards on the restart there. Generally, 2 long poles is generally a good measure for those at home trying to figure out where they should restart from.
Good poke check there.
Yeah, Papagiannis, he's had a really good game from the Eagles, hasn't he?
He has.
So there's just a foul there as we just see who's taking a seat. There's a slash. Looks like that's going to be Valentic taking a seat, perhaps. Just turning around trying to figure it out. No one's gone to the box here. There's been a definite... Oh, no, I think Papagiannis is perhaps taking the seat here. Yeah, Papagiannis taking a seat here. 1 minute for a slash. So an opportunity here from the Metro. Get a rare opportunity to look at the Metro man up.
So the Metro started an all-out set, so there's nobody inside. Blake Radford's sort of dummy dodging into it. Now, who's that? That's John McGee working that corner with Mannix on the opposite sides. Mannix is inside now.
So they're just kicking the ball across the top there. Lua liked what he saw there. Not a lot of angle. Probably not advisable not to take that shot. Philippa's been seeing it like a beach ball this quarter.
Dabner and Radford have got a 2-on-1 up top here. If they can...
Sorry, keep going, Fredgie.
No, if they can work this out, you could probably find... I think it's Oliver Struss on that back side on the opposite 45. I think they're hanging on to it.
Yeah, waiting on for the end of the quarter there, as they certainly had an opportunity there to try and press that. But they'll get some opportunity here at three-quarter time. There'll be an opportunity from a clock perspective. But that's three-quarter time here. Three-quarter time here at Pentanet Stadium. It's the Stingrays from South Australia leading the Western Metro. It's been a low-scoring defensive game here. Nice and warm for all, but the Stingrays leading this one by a score of 3-1 in the battle for 5th spot. So we just have a look. The lone goal scorer for that quarter for the Stingrays was Willow Lim. That boy lifts. Powerful shot.
And that there was just one he just placed. He took a little bit off it and just got it underneath Prinsloo. But yeah, I think, you know, both goalies are standing on their heads here. Like Metro's probably had the run of the ball in that quarter in their offense, but Philippa was just outstanding. Oh,
4 saves from Philippa that quarter. But what was particularly impressive was I think all but about one of them was a one-on-one shot, wasn't it? They looked like they were pinging that shot from distance.
Yep.
And they ripped that shot from the outside and got on the inside there and just got his body, good body positioning, showing good hands, bang, hit and nailed that one there.
And held the Metro at bay as well. You know, like the kick save is just like that's reactions. You know, he's been really both. Like I said, both goalies, Prinsloo and him, have been really, really good in this game.
As we note that the game on ground number 2 appears to have finished, and it's Auckland have defeated the Storm from South Australia by a score of 11-9 by the looks of things over there. Auckland certainly celebrating here as we look to get underway here in the third quarter. Again, just a quick opportunity to shout out our tournament sponsors. Event sponsors, lacrossegear.com.au and CH Signs and Print. Our event hosts and partners, Lacrosse Australia and the Wembley Lacrosse Club. Jump on the Wembley Lacrosse Club Facebook page. Number of silent auctions and things going on over there. Of course, I'd like to thank the City of Joondalup and Pentanet Stadium, our wonderful hosts here up in Joondalup. We're about 30 kilometres north of Perth. They've been fantastic hosts for us all week, and of course our broadcast partners, 3AM Web and IT, and Kennedy Vinchulo Solicitors. As the Western Metro go back into their offensive set. They killed a little bit of time here, so it'd be interesting to see how long Papagiannis is still off. So they're going to have to move fairly quickly. They're not going to get the full minute, as sure enough, they've only shaved themselves 10 seconds there. That's always an interesting one, isn't it, Frenchie? You get a minute on the clock, and sure, you start with the ball. But at this point, 3-1 game, you probably want to be a little more aggressive, play at a three-quarter time, see if you can, you know, take advantage of that. You're going to get a free time out to stop the clock. So you're going to get a shot.
Oh, Philippa, again, fantastic save. But Lua just dropping the shoulder, the push coming up into a cross-check into the head.
Yeah, there's a cross-check there.
He stepped inside and shot it, but Philippa was there, ready and waiting. He's, having another.
I think that's Banjak, who might be taking a seat there. That's a 1 minute for the cross-check. Yeah, Banjak with the cross-check, 1 minute. So they're going to get another opportunity here. They're probably a little fortunate.
Oh, Lua just dropping the bomb, but no backup.
Oh, Cardinal sin.
No backup on a man-up play.
No backup, and they're going to lose
I think
the
Struss
ball.
thinks that he's got the backup, but they've called it the other way. So,
shout out, of course.
Sorry, mate.
No, I was going to say, we've got our two Aussie goalkeepers watching here, Sean Aaron and obviously Ryan Sparky with us today on the ground, bringing you those wonderful at-ground level shots. And Sean making the good point. I think both kids making big saves there, so big compliment there for both goalkeepers there today. Flepper in particular has been a real standout. He's been made to do a little bit of work. He just plays ring-a-ring-a-rosy around his defensive cage there.
And the interesting thing is Metro's a man up, and they've pushed the goalie and the ball. So
pushes the ball, and they're offside.
Somewhere.
Offside somewhere, yeah, but the great man Shane Abbott down there making the call all over that one. So the Metro again getting pretty lucky there, and they're throwing it away. Radford just couldn't quite land the target. And this is just a missed opportunity for the Metro, isn't it?
I think so. It's been a lot of it. We've been watching from the start. Is the passes are there, but they're putting it in the wrong spot. Instead of feeding it to where they're going, they're throwing it to where they think they are. And so you'll find that a lot of the time it's just a word in the ear to the kids. Put the ball in front of them, they'll run onto it. Instead of trying to pass to them and then throwing it behind, because you'll see the kids are throwing for where they are, not where they're going to be.
Yeah, that's right. But in the context of this game, trailing 3-1, they've just had 2 minutes of man up. They lost a good 30, 40 seconds at the start there by waiting for the time to expire. They only gave themselves probably 15 seconds on that first man up to start the quarter. Didn't really do any damage with that, and then turned the ball over. So missed opportunity there for the Metro. And now the Stingrays here are out, and they've got the ball in offense.
Yeah, Blake Radford playing good defence there, but as you see again.
Kicks it across. Oh, ring-a-ding-ding. Puts that one off the pipe. The ball's now loose. Bit of a scrum. Great pick up there. Sebastian Dabner.
Yeah.
Where's one from Lim? Bit of a love tap as he goes through. Gives him one to remember. And Dabner turns on the
you got
Jets.
him and Radford. He's got McGee on that corner, but no.
Rips that one high. That's that Pentanet Stadium bounce there coming into effect.
And that's a bit of a difficult shot to take, as he's sort of like fading away from the goal, shooting back across himself on his right hand.
Good defense there from the Stingrays, though.
Yeah,
they didn't
good.
jump. They
But
didn't
Lua's in
overcommit,
here.
did they? Lua puts that one wide left. Ball going to the outside there. Well backed up. That's Joe McGee with the ball, the Altona Viking.
And on that one, I think he had Philippa beat there, but just wide of the cage, that's all.
Radford with the ball here. Metro going to need to start to
this is a
stick into
deadly
that.
pass.
That's, way too much work there for flying over for the Metros on offense. The Stingrays now looking to try and clear the ball. Greg Mollison offering to come up and get a hat for Sean Aaron. He doesn't need the help. We don't want to pad that ego anymore, so thanks for the offer, though, Greg. G'day to Ricky Smithson, my Zebra brother out there. Hope you're enjoying the coverage.
That's great defence there from Dabner, just making that body contact and then driving him wide.
Willow Lim there, looking to put the shoulder in.
There's not much that's troubling Willow Lim. I think with a guy like that who's so big, instead of trying to take the ball off him and getting beat, oh, here we go.
Kicks it through to McGurr. McGurr rings that way. But that's where I'd like to see Lim push a little bit harder there from the outside, because he's almost drawn a foul there from the hole, because he's got a clear size advantage over Sam O'Day.
And that's one of those, like, playing the bigger body players, like I often had to do in my time. You know,
Oh, because
guys
you were always such a petite defender out there.
yeah. Oh, I like to say svelte.
Svelte. Bringing out all the words, yeah. I'm not going to ask you to spell that.
Believe it or not, English was my thing, mate.
Oh, no doubter.
Just drops the shoulder.
Choo, get off the tracks.
Yeah.
Blake Radford.
We've seen that a couple of times from him this week, but he's just done the poor option again. He probably should have taken that and kept going. As Philippa's made that great outlet, but there's that bounce again, making you think who's coming at me.
Steps on the inside there. Twinkle Toes just slipping his way through.
And Willow Lim again with the ball. Yeah, when you play the bigger guys like Willow Lim, you've probably not got to try and make that body contact and drive. You've got to wait for them to lift their hands to pass or make a move or shoot. And that's when you jam them up with stick. Just get it in between the elbow and the stick.
There's a flag down
underneath there.
Flag down in the corner as we wait and see the ball hits the deck. We see what the call is. There's a slash 1 minute. That's going to be Reef Cody taking a seat, the Footscray Bulldog. Big hello to all of our Bulldog friends out there today who may be tuning in. Had a great time out at Footscray earlier in the year. Didn't turn the heater on for us.
No. It's always a good time hanging out with the Bulldogs and, at their grounds at Footscray there in Spotswood.
Of course, they did the double this year, claiming the state league crowns over there with the men and the women. So
they did. They did a great job. Good mate of mine, Chris Miles, Monster. How you going?
Rips that one wide. Look at that. That's only just hit the deck. That ball went into orbit. As the ball bounces out behind here, the Stingrays looking to try and press. 5 minutes to go here in this one. Do you start to take the foot off the pedal a little bit?
Nah.
Lim with the ball.
I wouldn't be. Not in something this tight and this close. You'd be... I mean, the Metro's defence is doing a great job here in this man down. Willow Lim is a real threat. He's just trying to get that ball back and work it. But they're rotating well. They're holding their positions. But
oh, it's a really nice check there. Stings the ball across the top. Princely wants it, but well corralled. Stingrays back on the inside. McGurr tries to sing across the top there. Again, the Stingrays continuing to apply the pressure.
Willow Lim,
Metro defence under thing. And Blim with another big shot from the outside. He's gotten himself free. Found himself in time and space. As I said, I'll say it again, that boy lifts. Don't give him time and space on the outside there. Just stepping in, calling for a nice feed. Finds him, bang, puts that one home.
And that's that, offensive smarts where he's, instead of just trying to shoot it hard and fast at the goals, he's placed that on the deck knowing it's going to kick up and not give Princely much of a chance.
That's for Lensick there with his third assist of the game. That's Willow Lim's second. And, the Metro defence just got sucked in a little bit there, didn't they? The ball was loose. Yep. Started to collapse a little bit. Left Lim with far too much time and space on the outside there. And Willow Lim with his second goal of the game.
Well, I think the Metro weren't really expecting McGurr to take that step inside and have a little step in on there. But from that, it was a bit scrambled as we see the face-off go the way of the Metro.
You'll see in the background over there at the moment, the Phantoms getting ready to take on the Cross in the battle for third position over there.
Yeah, so I haven't really seen a lot of Sam Tonelli today, and he's been pretty good for them.
He's been good this week, hasn't he? Yeah, you're right. We haven't seen a lot of him this week. A lot of him today. He was quite prominent the other day when we covered the Metro's game on Sunday. Ball on deck there. The Stingrays look to try and close out. Quite content to sit in the inside there. That's smart. There's only 3 and a bit to go, nursing a 3-goal lead. Tonelli rips that shot there, gets a piece there. It's Papagiannis again. He's been really good for them. Him and Zachary
really
Parrish, I think,
have
been
fantastic down there today.
We've got a timeout here on the field there. We crossed down. We got Ryan Spark down on the boundary line, who's just observing everything from us at a ground level. Sparks, we haven't checked in with you yet today.
G'day Timmy, g'day Frenchie, how you going boys?
Yeah, good Sparks.
What are you hearing from the Metro's bench down there? Their offense no goals since the first quarter. What are you hearing from the bench?
Well, let me wander over and I'll see if I can get back here.
Sparksy jumping in there, just have a bit of a listen.
You good? Link on, okay, and then use 3. Alright? Link, you start in the guts, okay? And when you've got the short roll, go to the top right, dodge. They're going to slide straight away. Okay, we've got 1, we also got to be having that back up for that shot. that shot's on, we're taking it. Okay? So either 1 or 2, go to the top and take that dodge. Alright? Hey, long balls, make sure you're tight on your shorties as well.
So yeah, obviously a bit desperate times there down there for the Metro. 3 goals in 2 minutes, Sparksy.
Yeah, Timmy, they're talking about creating the dodges from up top, and they're expecting early slides, so they want to be able to move the ball quickly, and the emphasis was please get the back.
Yeah, they let one go a little bit early there as the players just returned to the field. We just give this opportunity quickly to thank the work of our officiating crews here this week. Done an amazing job, our referees and umpires. They are all part of the Zebra Academy's development program, and like the players, are taking time away from families and work to be able to come here and volunteer their time. So a nice blend of people. A couple of West Australians and a Queenslander out there. Riken, the head referee today, had a fantastic week. Doing Queensland proud. So fantastic to see some officials from Queensland, her and Braden, coming down earlier in the week. So well done. Great to see them out here today. As the Metro now, minute and a half to go, looking to try and see if they can close the advantage here. They need to score and need to score relatively quick.
They do. The Stingrays are jumping on ball, so they're getting a little bit jumpy on that help. 2:25 or 2:20 left in the quarter. So you see Augustus Mees with the ball.
As they're continuing to press it through at the moment.
Yeah, Mannix with the ball. Not really had a chance since his first goal.
As we're just
Mannix
trying to get
pulling the trigger left-handed.
Oh, rips that shot high. Philippa looked like he had that covered though. So we're just trying to find out how long left in the quarter. Trying to get that 2 minutes to go now. 2 minutes to go in the quarter here. Sorry, we're just trying to get information fed from the box so we can update that and keep you informed with how long left. 2 minutes to go here. He's worn one there on the
worn one on the throat a little bit there, but no call.
Going to try and needs to push though. Needs to push. They need to
Mees really needs to take charge here, and
we're in stop clock now, which helps. But the reality is that they've only had 1 goal since quarter time. Well, no goals since quarter time. Jake Mannix is striking the first quarter there. Oh, it rips that shot.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
Oh, and it's
just.
Maybe did he just get away with a check there?
I think Lincoln Struss has got away with a check. I don't know if Philippa was out of the ground, but they've just thrown that up and dropped it out of bounds off that hard deck. If they get a quick restart here, he's got Josh Mannix and nobody on him there.
Mannix they look to try and close down. Frees his hand, rips that one low. Jake Mannix scores his second goal of the game. A critical goal here for the Metro.
And that's bringing them back right into this. So be interesting to see how they deal with this one. What they go off the face-off here.
Yeah, about a minute and 6 left in this one. They need to take the ball out of the middle. Tonelli going to the face-off for the Metro. McGurr been their star in the middle this week for the Stingrays.
He has, and Tonelli's come out like he probably hasn't had a lot because of the low scoring of the game.
Interestingly here, this is where from a Stingrays perspective, you'd like to see your wings line up a little bit more on the defensive half, because with the clock against you, what's going to hurt you here is 2 fast break goals.
That's correct.
So you've almost got to shut that down. You almost want it going back and leaning on their defense of Parrish and Papagiannis and those guys, and to not give up a goal and 2 goals in the last minute here. As the ball bounces through, McGurr takes possession of it cleanly. That's a huge ground ball in the context of this game. Good defense, though.
Yep, he's just got a step on him, though, so it'll be interesting. Good hands from McGurr.
Yeah, McGurr holding it on.
Especially under pressure from Henry McGee there.
No, desperate defense. Ball hits the deck there. Tonelli gets a big chunk of that. McGurr all over it again. He's coming up huge here for the Stingrays. Stingrays leading this one by a score of 4-2 as we clock down to 40 seconds here in this game.
And pushing out Sam O'Day, doing a good job keeping the pressure up. He just needs his teammates to come with him. Oh, a little fake there.
Oh, what a check. How's the comeback there
that
from
is a great check.
Picking his pocket.
You probably would have liked to have seen it a little bit earlier in the game, that aggressive defense like that. I mean, they've been very controlled.
Metro needed to come up with that ball.
Thrown that in. Probably should have held on to it a
Yeah,
little
just
bit.
leg it to a corner here. You'll take the store call at this point.
As you see Flynn Crawford pushing down the field now. He's got a step on him here.
5 seconds left, though. It looks like the clock's going to get the better of him as they rip it across. Lua rips that shot off.
Great save by
Philippa gets the save. That's another save for Philippa there. And the Stingrays have claimed 5th spot here at the 2022 U15 National Tournament. A low-scoring win over the Western Metros from Victoria. That was an entertaining game there, Frenchie. the Stingrays just a little more composed on offense. They're taking advantage of their opportunities. A terrific second half from Liam Philippa. He really was the difference in this one.
Yeah, for sure. Both goalies were outstanding today. Philippa was probably my vote for best on ground today. I think he really shut down that Western Metro offense. They controlled that probably late third quarter to the end of the fourth with their offense and their opportunities, but just didn't take advantage of it.
Well, it's funny, isn't it? Because you look at it and it really was a tale of two halves. Both goalkeepers here, as you'd imagine, in a 4-2 final, coming up really big in this game. And I think Princely was huge. Ryland Princely was massive for them in that first half, made a number of huge saves. He made a few saves in the second half as well. Probably just didn't get the same looks that he was getting in the first half. The defence, the goals that the Stingrays did get, probably more defensive breakdowns, leaving, Willow Lim at the top there, bludgeoning in a couple of bombs from the outside.
Yeah, for sure. And both times, young Valentin finding him in the same spot, the top of the crease, gets his hands free, and, a big, powerful boy like that, pulling the trigger, it's going to make it hard for anybody.
Dropping in some couple of bombs there. But as you say, though, Philippa was huge in that second half, making a number of massive saves. He finished the game with 11 saves, Philippa. Huge in that game for the Stingrays. And they were, what was impressive was I think that the Metro started to move that ball, get themselves into the open a little bit, get some good shots. But Philippa was more than up to that, holding the Western Metros to just 2 goals as the teams just come in to shake hands, and we'll try and bring you the MVPs of this game now as we just look to wrap up here. Of course, this is the first game of 4 games today. Next up, we've got the third place final between the Fire from Victoria and the Stars from Western Australia. A big third place playoff there. Both sides looking to rebound after semi-final losses yesterday. And then we have the finals later this afternoon. The boys' final between the Braves and the Thunder, both from Western Australia. And we also have the girls' final between Waikato from New Zealand and the Comets from South Australia. The team's just shaking hands here. Frenchie, if you're giving MVP trophies today, who are you giving them to?
For Stingrays, got to be Liam Philippa. I think he was fantastic. And for Western Metro, I'd be going both goalies. Ryland Princely was really good today as well.
Team's just crossing through. Not sure if there will be MVPs today, obviously being the final day today, but just use this opportunity again just to thank our event hosts here, the Wembley Lacrosse Club and Lacrosse Australia, our tournament sponsors this week, CH Sign and Print, lacrossegear.com.au. Been fantastic sponsors. Our broadcast partners, 3am Web and IT, Kennedy Vinchulo. Your business, what's the name of your business? Give you a plug as well, Frenchie.
Oh, me, JSDJ Logistics.
There we go, yeah, of course. Hope none of your boys are watching. Justin's not watching today, is he?
Justin's
He's
doing
gonna
the
be driving
South Run
truck.
today. He rang me before. He's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm doing broadcasts today, mate. Yeah.
It doesn't look like there'll be any MVPs there today as the sides just wrap up. So we might call it and have a bit of a quick break here before we come back with the third place game. So, no, Frenchie, thank you very much for coming in today. You'll be back here for the final a little bit later on.
No worries, mate. Here all day.
All right, fantastic. And we'll be here back shortly with the third place playoff between the Fire and the Stars. Go top it up, grab a drink. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. You're watching the Australian Lacrosse Network.